Hey guys, Dakota here. And as some of you may know, some of you may not, there was an event at West Edmonton Mall, happened recently, Mayhem in the Mall. And today I just want to cover it. I mean, I had a lot of fun there. I got to be in corners for 2 super matches, which was a great time. And, just got to see a lot of my teammates compete, see a lot of you guys, talk with a lot of you guys, show some people some things, go over some things. It was great. I'm going to start off with the tournament. I'm going to really summarize it. I thought it was an awesome ran tournament. I had a lot of fun watching all the matches. There were some new refs there. There were some veteran refs there. It was great to see all you guys. And, just keep up the hard work, guys. It's awesome to see these 198s, these 220s, 242s. All of you guys are just putting in work. That 54 and 76 class was super stacked. There was a few people that you don't normally see at Alberta tournaments that were there, so it was cool to see a bunch of challenges. I don't have the results offhand. You can go on Alberta Armwrestling and find the results there. But just to summarize the tournament, it was a great time with a lot of competitors, and I really enjoyed seeing all of you guys. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video today. The main reason I wanted to talk about it, a lot of what I was involved in was the super matches. We'll start off with the ladies super match because I wasn't in the corner for that one. I just got to watch it. But Hannah and Christina, I believe her name is, you guys had an awesome match. It was great to watch. It was a really good in-between of the 2 guy matches, co-main event. And you guys really lit it up. It was awesome. You guys had an awesome backdrop with the West Edmonton Mall, people watching from all above. And that's a really good venue to compete in. So I just wanted to say congratulations to both of you. And I really, really enjoyed that match. And I hope you guys both keep putting in the work as, this women arm wrestling evolves. I can see both of you making a really, really big impact. Now, we'll move on to the next match. We had Cody Sluggett and Connor. Connor McKenzie was very, very strong. He looked very strong. But, Cody's been training hard, and Cody did prevail in this one. He got the 3-2 victory. It was interesting because I was talking to Cody mid-rounds, and he was like, he's talking all top roll, and I'm like, Cody, like, I don't know. Like, I think that you have the inside power for this guy. But I think what happened with Cody is a lot of people were telling him, like, Cody, you might have to top roll this guy. Like, his inside game is really, really good. And it is very good. But I think that people do kind of forget that Cody has been hooking for a while, and he has a lot of strength. And with that short lever, if he gets that lat drag and cup and locked into place, it's very, very hard to pull out of. And I noticed that when he does that and he gets set, it almost turns into a top roll because he locks everything in place, and then he just starts leaning like this, and his pronation's actually locked, and he just leans and comes over top, and it's like a side pressure top roll almost, but with cup. So it's very effective if he gets that cup. So we went into the first round, and I believe Cody lost the first round in straps. He went for that top roll, and he got opened up, and he just got pushed down. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, I gotta talk to Cody about this, because I felt like at that point top roll wasn't really the lane until we tried inside. I thought we had to try inside. So we talked about it. Cody ended up getting a win in the second round, 1-1. I believe. I could be mixing a few rounds up, but I do know the final result is certain. Then we moved on to round 3, and Cody tried to slip. And when Cody tried to slip, he went way underneath, like way underneath. And he actually ended up slipping, losing position. He's now down 2-1. So at this point, I was a little worried. I was like, Cody, come here, let's rub your arm down. Like, how are you feeling? And I told him, I was like, keep that shoulder intact. Because I noticed when Cody was going like this, he was finding, Connor was finding weaknesses and he was getting beat. But I'm like, Cody, even if you go for a top roll, but you keep that shoulder intact, I think you're going to be okay. And I did also feel like endurance was really on Cody's side for this match. So I reminded him of that. I'm like, remember, like, get into a spot where you're comfortable, hold, and kind of hook over. And at this point, we had already seen success from Cody in a previous round where he got that cup in and he came and hooked over. So I was really hoping that he was going to kind of redo that. And he did exactly that. He got the straps. He was comfortable. He managed to get a win. And he did it again. And then he won 3-2. It was very impressive. He's now the number 2 ranked 220-pound left arm wrestler. And I think he was saying on Through the Fingers podcast that puts him in top 10 in Alberta as well, like just in overall rankings. So good for him. That was awesome. Connor looked phenomenal. Connor is right there. He's had some tough super matches lately against Ali and Cody, two very, very good competitors. But overall, I think Cody's been putting in a lot of work, and we can really see it. We see it. We saw it in the tournament. He keeps progressing, and I'm really excited to see kind of what's next for him. I feel like he wants Victor on the left arm, and he wants Joe Fox on the right arm. But there are some worthy competitors in there. Like, I know Colin Long probably wants another crack, as Colin Long did beat him in the last super match. I know Hugh is always there and lingering. He won the 220s. He's always there, kind of, So there's some matches there to be made. But enjoy your number 2 for now, Cody. We'll see where you go with it. And then, of course, main event, Dustin Leach, Zach Monroe. I had a lot of fun with this match, guys. I could sit here and talk about it forever, but it was a really, really interesting match. A lot of things went how I thought they would, but a lot of things also didn't. I had told Zach going into this match that I thought outside lane would be better for him. We consulted, and he kind of said, I want to try the inside lane, because Zach's frame is very good. But I think what we saw in that match was Dustin's frame is also very good, phenomenal. And he's very fast with his frame. He gets into place and he locks in, and he's just like lightning. And I feel like, especially in that first round, Zach couldn't get in there. And I don't even know if he got in there, if he would have been strong enough, to be honest, from what I saw. But anyways, let's backpedal a little bit. Zach wanted to try to go inside in round 1. So he goes inside, and he ends up getting beaten. And I was like, okay. We go back to the corner, and Zach's like, I want to try. And I'm like, Zach, I think we should try top roll. I'm like, Zach's rise is very good. He seems to forget that his outside is as good as it is. I think he just doesn't quite realize it. I told him, let's try a little top roll. Let's figure something out. Let's try it out. We saw a lot more success when we went outside. Dustin adapted very well, but the way Zach kind of pulls and leans in that top roll, and he was manipulating the referees well in a way too, that he was being able to come over top for the most part. I thought it was interesting because the first time Zach tried to top roll, Dustin actually got a climb and saw success. And I think that worked against Dustin, because I think after that, Dustin thought, okay, I can beat this guy in the top roll lane as well. But he got a good start that one time, and then the second time, Zach got a much better start and actually was successful with his top roll. And then after that, the match got, I don't want to say dirty, but it got a little, it was all over the place. Everyone was worried about fouls. I'm yelling. Kelly's yelling. Sheldon, I believe his name is, Leach, as well, was yelling. And, the back and forth is fun for me. I have good fun with it, but I do like kind of chirping a little bit, so I got to watch myself. But it was fun to kind of yell with them, it's all good, and respect to Dustin for winning that match. But it was just a great match. I like that energy. I like the atmosphere. I like going up after and say, hey, it was fun, beaking back and forth and all those things. But yeah, after that, match got kind of chippy, and it ended up working out so that Dustin fouled out one time, and then Dustin ended up getting 2 more pins on Zach, I believe. And the way Dustin got those pins was he was just quick inside, and he was rolling Zach's pronator over, and Zach was kind of trying to hold in the hook and get initiated, and he would just get brought down. I think the things that I expected to happen happened, and some things I didn't also happened. I thought Zach's top roll lane would be the best for him. I thought that Zach would have a little more inside for Dustin than he did. So I want to say, Dustin, I'm very impressed with that, and we know that we need to keep working on Zach. But I think that match, the way the fouls were and everything, it was a really, really close and competitive match. And I think Zach proved that his number 7 ranking is probably a little low. And I think that Zach is right there with the top guys. I think there is some really good killers at the top of that class, and I think Zach's right there with him. But again, guys, that's kind of my stance on the super matches. I thought they were all fun. I thought they were all good, and they were all competitive. 3-2, 3-2, and then I forget what the women's final score was, but good competitive matches. for people who, you know, at the Lego store walking around to come in and see. So to anyone who competed, to anyone, you know, Edmonton Club, all you guys who put everything in, I wanted to say I thought you guys did a phenomenal job. I'm very excited to see where you guys go with the next one next year. I know you guys always doing something a little different. Medals were great, all those things. So again, guys, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. I really enjoy seeing your guys' feedback in the comments and everything. And I hope that you guys tune into the next video. See you guys later.